Okay, happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday. We are officially live. We are officially back. Our 60 Days to Attractive series is actually done, and that was amazing. That was epic. I've never done a series with you guys, so that was, record-breaking because we've never done it. But now we're going to continue our Sunday live series because I think that went really well. Just the idea of you guys knowing that I'm going to be here on a Sunday, meeting so many of you guys for the first time, as well as meeting you guys during image audits, during one-on-ones. So we've got a lot happening, a lot going on. And so for today, we're going to have a new structure, a new setup completely that I'm super excited about. Okay, let's see. Let me make sure I'm set up everywhere I want to be. Yes. Okay, so today our setup is going to be similar to the things we've done in the past, which is teaching on some things when it comes down to image and how to change your image in the most efficient way. We're not sitting here with a long laundry list of you have to buy 85 million products, do this, do that, this on every other day. Like, you're not trying to be inundated by things to do to enhance your image. I just get straight to the point and I'm like, there's 3 big things. Everything else is fluff, okay? We're going to do that, but we're also going to do a live image audit. I'm really excited about this. I'm still kind of working out the format, but so many of you guys said that you want to be volunteers to be someone who's getting their image audit done live. What does that mean? Well, this is an image audit. I'm a personal stylist. I have been for 11 years. My name is Carla Nelson. I work with men and women on increasing their image, improving their image. And in an image audit, we focus on the big 3, okay? Hair that likes you back, style that likes you back, and skin/makeup. Because these are the big 3 that move the needle on your image. And this is not like a subjective thing. This is not like, oh, Carla, I think that tanning and my nails should be in there. Yeah, but that's not the big 3. That's not what moves the needle for everyone. Those are just things that you enjoy, and that's okay as well. But if you, let's say, want to look better and you go tan and you do your nails, for the general population, we don't see much of a difference. But when you change your hair to be a hairstyle that is flattering to your face and brings out your best features and your best colors, when you're wearing a style that not only is interesting and great to look at, but it complements your shape and your body, and you're working on your skin and your makeup, people can pick that up immediately. These are the big 3 because they make an impact right away. And instead of having a list where the list goes all the way down to the floor, because you could, in 2026, there's a new procedure that comes out every day, literally. And as someone who's into image and fashion and beauty, I'm like, every week somebody comes on here. RPFFF2 is the new thing that we're doing to our skin every day. But these are the things here, the big 3. Everything else is just because you want to do it and it's just for fun, okay? So we are going to talk about image overall, and then we're going to do a live audit, okay? Now, if you wanted to be one of the volunteers for the image audit, I hope you sent your email in, okay? I did choose one of the girlies that sent in her photos, and we're going to go through that live. I'm going to pull up her photos, okay? And I'm going to dissect every part of her image just like I would with a client. Now, I'm not going to do it in the full aspect because when I work with a client one-on-one, those are private sessions that are usually 1 hour long, right? And during that 1 hour, I'm able to ask the client questions about their life and what they want, and we'll do a style test. Like, it's a little bit more in depth, but I'm giving you guys kind of like a sample size image audit today. Now, if you're like, Carla, I want an image audit, I just don't want to be on live, then I want you to drop your email. Press that orange tab in the lower left corner, drop your email, and say that you want to have your image audit. And that does not have to be on live at all. 99.9% of the time, it's going to be private. Today, I am taking, for the first time ever, volunteers. Okay? That's what we're on today. Okay? That is what we are on today, darling. All right, so I'm really excited for that part. Now, remember, if you want to sign up for your own image audit and you're like, Carla, do not put me on this internet. I know you get views. I don't want to be viewed. I don't want to be perceived. If you do not want to be perceived, but you do want to increase your image, improve your image, and you know that whatever you've been trying is not truly working, then sign up for an image audit, okay? Orange bubble, drop your email. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, cool. You look incredible. Thank you, darling. Okay, who's ready for tonight? Who is ready for tonight? I am pumped because we're going to do a live image audit. But before we do that image audit, we've kind of got to talk about, where's my little baggie? We've kind of got to talk about what is going to happen in this image audit. For anyone who's new here, if you're new, say I'm new. If you're new here tonight, say I'm new. Say like, I have no clue what you're talking about, Carla. I know there are a lot of OGs in here, names that I recognize, names that I see all the time. But if you're new, say that you're new so I know to start from the very, 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 very beginning of image audit, okay? Now up here, this is our attractiveness chart, okay? Again, these are not things that where Carla is just making up things and telling society how to be. No, we observe society, then we see how we can make it work in our benefit, okay? Now, this is our chart, scale of 1 to 10. How many times are you hearing people talk about a hotness chart? Even before it went viral online, I mean, I can remember being in college. I can remember being in high school. I can remember being in 8th grade, and people were rating each other. Again, it might not be out loud. Sometimes it was, but this has always been a thing. People are trying to see where they land on this chart of attractiveness. Right? And what I've truly have seen as working as a personal stylist with men and women for 11 years, and I give a lot of makeovers. I don't just style clothes. Obviously I do, but I work with the whole kit and caboodle of image. And what I found is there's a lot of normal patterns that I see. A lot of people who come in are usually around here, 4 to 5. Okay. This is the average zone. Okay. It's not too often that people are down here, okay? I do see it, but for the most part, it's 4 and 5. Now, 4 and 5 is a very, very tricky place to be because 4 and 5 is average. So most people around you, when you go to, where was I yesterday? I was at a little plaza. I think I went to get some glasses. I did a couple errands, right? Like, think about when you're running your errands. The people around you, they live in 4 to 5 land, right? Because they're not so hot that you're like walking in to get some contacts and you're like, oh my gosh, everyone is so hot here. For the most part, unless you live in a very, very specific city, and a very, very specific city in a certain part of town, 90% of us, when we go out, people are here. You don't notice that they look great. You don't really notice that they look horrible. They're kind of just like, meh. So your brain almost mutes them. Right? If you want to be invisible, this is where you should stay. Okay? If you want to be invisible in terms of your image, you want to stay in 4 to 5 land. That's where everyone mostly exists. So if you live there, no one will ever notice that you look good or bad. Okay? However, there are a lot of benefits to being at a 7. Notice how I didn't say a 10. I think some of you guys believe that the benefits of being attractive only happen at a 10, but they actually start at a 7 because you are now far away enough from average to be noticeably attractive and now get the benefits of being noticeably attractive. See how that works? Now, in being attractive, it's not a genetic thing that people are like obsessed with. Obviously, there's some people where you see their mom and their dad and you're like, oh my gosh, your kids are perfect. But how often does that happen? Doesn't really happen, right? You can see a hot person today, you look at their parents and you're just like, oh, okay, right? It's not fully genetic if you can learn how to move these, okay? I have a lot of my clients who have been in these lives and now they're real life clients, whether virtually or in person, and they're seeing the results of moving this immediately. If you don't believe me, I hope that maybe some of my clients are in the live and they can say that tell about their experiences, but I also post them on my page. If you're ever wondering, if you're ever like, oh, she talks about this stuff, but how do we know it's real? I've got YouTube videos, TikTok videos, I've got videos everywhere, okay? Showing everything, okay? Now, these are the things we want to move. Now, when we talk about hair, which we're going to break that down even more specifically for tonight's live image audit. Remember, I'm going to be bringing up a live image audit. She's not going to be on the live, but she submitted all her photos. So you and I both are going to, go through the photos. And I'm going to pretend that she's a one-on-one client, okay? she's going to get a live image audit where we're going to break down the hair, the style, and the skin. See what likes her back. I'm going to give real suggestions based on not what I like. No, it's not based on what I like. It's based on what her face likes, what her body type likes, what her features like. That's how you get hotter. You can't just pick things that you like, because you would just pick anything random. Then you go to the hair salon, you're there for freaking 6 hours getting your hair dyed, getting this, getting that, and you leave, and 2 days later you're like, I don't like it. Yeah, because you just picked into a hat, pulled out something random, and you got excited by it. You have to pick things that actually compliment you. Oh, what are your undertones? What are your features? What's your most striking feature? How can we make that stand out more? How can we make what is a weakness a strength? How can we make what's a strength even bigger and better? Are we following? Class, are we following? Are we following? I want to make sure I'm not losing y'all. Okay, we got some newbies. So I want to make sure I'm not losing y'all. Right? When it comes to the levels of attractiveness, I know a lot of people are going to have a long list. Okay? They're going to have a long list of what they do, yada, yada, yada. But if I can't look at you and see that you're putting yourself together, you're still missing these components. Right? You could be spending $300 on your nails every 2 weeks. Okay, but when I see your face and your makeup, you always look like a little muddy, and your haircut does not like you back, and the style is struggling. So those are the things that when you walk into a room, when you meet somebody, when you're interacting with people, when you're getting on stage, when you're going on a date, when you're doing anything, those are the things that matter. Because if you think about some of the most iconic fashion moments, whether you're a man or a woman, I want you to try to think about, like, what was their lash set? You don't know what their lash set was. You don't know what their nail set was. A lot of times when you're looking at women on red carpets, think about some of the most, epic women. We just had The Devil Wears Prada red carpet premiere. You don't even know what's on their nails. You're going to go and zoom in. After this, I want you to go and zoom in. Half of those women had like bubble bath, short nails. I don't even think they had any acrylics on. They had nothing on their nails. They looked amazing. Like Anne Hathaway, I can tell you exactly what she was doing with her hair, her makeup, her style. She had this epic red dress with a red shoe. Like, I can recall all those things because those things move a needle when you're interacting with someone's image. Nails don't, my love, okay? So hair, we want to know a couple things on this, right? Which one do I want to use? Let's do blue. We want to know length, shape, color, volume. That's how we make hair decisions, okay? I know you've been making hair decisions just by like, oh, I always loved bangs. Okay. And what does that mean, right? Like, what does that mean about anything, right? Go look at some bangs. And enjoy some. But maybe when they're on you, they always make something look weird because they're probably throwing your symmetry off, okay? And you guys will learn as we're doing the live image audit in a little bit that I'm not going based off of what Carla likes. I'm going based off of what makes you the most symmetric. I cannot help that all of our human eyes love symmetry, okay? When you're seeing the articles that they put out every year, the most attractive person, and they talk about the symmetric features and the balance and whatever, and anything in a visual scope, even in photography, they always just talk about symmetry, balance. You're always trying to create that because the human eye is obsessed. So when we're talking about hair, if your hairstyle makes something about your head look bigger, we might have lost the symmetry, right? We might have lost the symmetry. And so that's how we know that hairstyle don't like you. You see where we're going here? There's no such thing as a bad hairstyle. It's just a bad one for you, okay? All right, great. Now, so these are the components. Now, when it comes to style, there are a couple of components there as well. Again, you guys are going to get to see all this in real time. Once I finish this, I'm going to plop over to the computer. I'm going to set us up, and we're going to do that live image audit, okay? Now, for style, we want to talk about body type, of course, okay? And please, nobody ask me about Kibby. I hate Kibby. Kibby sucks. I will die on that hill. But I do work around body types. Absolutely. Can't get around that. Okay, so that's body type, that's taste, and that's color. Okay, I know a lot of you guys are into color analysis right now. Okay, and I'm so glad about that. A lot of you guys need it. I think everyone should know what colors look good on them. Because when you know what colors look good on you, you can make this better decisions in all three of these genres. You can pick better hair colors to dye. You can pick better makeup colors, better lipstick colors, better clothing colors. All these things matter. Because if you've ever worn a color that looks really good or dye your hair in a color that's really good, you will notice that people will say things like, oh my gosh, you look so good. Oh, I love you in that color. Oh my God. People don't know why it works, but they know it likes you back. So I'm here to help you understand the science behind that, because there is a little bit of a science behind all of this, okay? So with style, we care about your taste. That's why I hate Kibby, because Kibby doesn't care about your taste. Kibby says, this is your body type, this is what you have to wear. She might do that for 2 weeks, and after watching it, be like, I hate this stuff, I'm gonna start over. And I don't do that with any of my clients. With my clients, we are gonna get it right from the very beginning, okay? So taste, that's inherent. That's your taste, okay? Color, that you had no choices on that. Okay, what your natural color is what your natural color is. As you know, when we were born, we did not get to pick like what color we are, okay? And then body type speaks for itself. That's for men and women, okay? That's for men and women, speaks for itself. Now, then we're gonna go to skin/makeup. Now, I put skin/makeup because I do work with men. So skin for men, skincare for men. I have the men on regimens, honey. Okay. I had a guy come in. He wasn't using anything but that one soap in his shower. He now has like a 5-step routine in the morning. And he's like, oh yeah, it's after a couple weeks, he's like, oh, it's easy now. He just didn't know. He didn't have any direction. He had no one telling him, hey, the skin is looking dehydrated, decrepit. It's rough. No one's telling him that, okay? That's why I put skin/makeup for the men. Now for my ladies, we need to lock into skin and makeup, okay? Because if you know anything about makeup, it looks way better when the skin is good. The better the skin is under that makeup, the better the makeup is going to lay. Case in points, okay? But also, it also gives you room to like be able to pop out and look amazing and not be insecure and feel like washed up in like an old rag when you don't have makeup on. So now you've perfected both sides and you can feel confident and good and know that you're showing up well. Okay? Is that fair? Is that fair? Now, you guys all can feel free to drop any questions you guys have as we go through this process, but we are going to switch gears. I'm going to reset this camera up a little bit. Let me see how I'm going to do that. And we're going to start our image audit, okay? Our image audit. Yep, we're ready. Okay. All right, babes. So we are going to get into today's image audit, and we're going to do a couple things with today's client. We're going to look through all the images that she has submitted, and we're going to see what really likes her back. Now, this is a new setup, so we're going to try to figure this out as we go here, okay? Now, let's see. Remember, we have 3 genres that we want to cover today. We want to talk about hair, style, and skin/makeup. Okay, so let's see. Where do we want to go? Where do we want to take it? All right, so let's go ahead and start to look through some of the images submitted. And I'm going to tell you where we'll start and see where we go. Okay, now, here's the first image. Can everyone see this? Is this clear for everyone? I'm trying this new setup. We're doing a live image audit. We're going to be breaking down clients' 3 big components of their image. That's going to be style. That's going to be skin, makeup, and hair. I'm not just going to be giving feedback like this works, this doesn't work. I'm also going to be saying, what do we want to see? What does your face want? Etc., etc. Okay? Again, not based off of my taste. I don't have a dog in the fight. I actually just am here to help. This is going to be a sample size of what I do with clients on private image audits. Okay? Now, here we have this photo submitted. And the first thing that stands out are a couple things that we want to adjust. Interesting. I feel like TikTok gives her a little bit of a filter. Let me go back a little bit. Come on. Okay. Now, the first thing I notice when I look here is how distracted I am. Okay. Yeah, the color is a little bit different on the camera. Okay, how distracted I am. So the first thing is I have these earrings here, I have lashes here, and then I have a hairstyle that isn't in harmony with me. Okay, so these are the first things I noticed. Yes, I absolutely agree. Somebody said beautiful skin. Her skin is gorgeous. Skin is great. I can definitely tell that she's working on her skin, and we want to have her skin shine more. So we're going to choose better colors for her. So that's the first thing that I noticed. I'm like, this red is actually too heavy for her. And I know a lot of people say that Black people can wear any color, but we do have best colors. And for her, I can tell that her best colors are going to be a little bit softer. Okay. So the first thing I noticed is that I don't want all this red busyness down here. And also the hairstyle needs a little bit more body. Okay. And lashes, we want those to be lighter in color. How do I know this? Well, I said, when I looked here, my eye isn't focused on all of her. What I notice is I notice her head shape and I notice her great skin, but I'm supposed to be seeing all of you as a great package. Okay. I want to see you as a package and not just feature by feature. Okay. Does that make sense? So here it's not doing that. So I want to find a way, hold on, to adjust that. Okay. So first thing I did is I said, let me go test out some of her colors. Okay. Now I'm not going to do the full color analysis because again, we're doing a shorter version. I looked at her here and I looked at her here. Okay. And looking at both of these, I was like, oh my gosh, she looks so good in the gold. That is where her skin pops, it shines, and it glows. So that already tells me why I didn't like that red, because that red was a winter red. And she doesn't shine in cool colors. She shines in golden colors. So this already starts to tell us, okay, she's going to look better in warmer colors. Now, is she going to be more of an autumn? Is she going to be more of a spring? I said, let me keep looking. Let me keep testing. So I tested a couple of other colors. And here's another color that looked great on her. Olive. Amazing. Amazing. Love that color on her. Another color that looked amazing when I tested. This color, epic. This is what we want to see. We want to see that her skin almost looks more vibrant and connected and glowy and even versus it being flat, right? And I can show you what I mean. When we go over here, you see how nothing happens to her skin. It's just flat. And you almost notice the under eyes first. You almost notice like little imperfections first when she's in silver. But when she's over here, you're like, ooh, oh my gosh, you need more of that. So this is telling me that she's an autumn. I already did the full color testing. She's an autumn. So let's go back here. Because I now know she's an autumn, my first note is going to be, I don't want you in black hair. I want you in dark brown. I want you in dark brown. The black is weighing you down, and so are the dark black lashes. We need a lighter color here if we're going to do a lash. You see how that works? Okay. We want everything to come into like unison and play off of each other in your features. So the first things first is that we want to see brown for her. Okay. And none of this busy, bold, heavy colors that are weighing her down in the lashes or the earrings. Okay. All right. Let's keep looking. What else did I want to look at? Oh, yes. I want to look here. Okay. Now we've got one of her style photos that she submitted. Okay. Same girly pop. And I was like, okay, great. She's got a great smile. But what else can we address here to really amplify her look? Okay. Well, number one, I can see that the hairstyle does not like her back. That's the first thing that stands out for me. Okay. That's the first thing that stands out for me because again, there's no connectivity for her. And obviously not everybody needs to have long hair. Not everyone needs to have short hair. Not everyone needs to have curly hair. But here I'm catching her face first and not her whole essence. So I see the head shape, but not the essence. So she needs hair introduced. She needs framed hair. Okay. And that could be natural coming down. That could be straight coming down, but she needs hair that's going to frame her face in a softer way. Okay. Her hair being short here doesn't give her the moment. It makes her cheeks and everything in her face seem more pulled out and round versus being balanced and symmetric. Okay, so that's the first thing I noticed, right? And the second thing I noticed is that her style here doesn't line up with her style inspiration. I'm going to show you guys her style inspiration. This was her style inspiration, very chic, right? Very chic, put together, elevated. This is like more like a day-to-day, but still chic and posh, right? This has got its casualness, still feels chic and feminine. So a lot of the things that she shared here don't line up with this, and they don't line up with her hairstyle or the essence, right? So what I would love to see here is, number one, I would change the hair. We would go with a darker brown. We would go with something more linear that frames her face. Then when it comes down to the rest of this, I love this neckline for her. I think that's beautiful. I would have loved to see this in a structure of a top and a pant that were more like this shape for her, okay? Here, we end up getting a little bit lost because this hairstyle doesn't like her back. It makes her face feel rounder and so almost too young. And then the whole rest of the outfit kind of leans young without being put together. So we want to see her in something with a great neckline here. Love autumn colors for her. A little bit more face framing. But we want to see less cutie pop sweetie pie because that's not even your inspo. I had her share her inspo. That's not even her inspo. Oh, this is her. Her inspo is chic. It's put together. It's posh. Where is it? Right? Where is it? Neckline is good. That's the beginning. That could be great, but it's not getting there. Okay. One of you guys said, I learned so much. Good. I'm glad you guys are learning so much. If you want to have your own image audit on your own one-on-one time, not on live, where we'll be able to talk and go through these, we'll be on Zoom, then I am here for you to sign up for that. Just drop your email and say that you want to sign up for an image audit. Okay. That's what that's for. Now, here is a photo of her. It looks like she tried out brown. Remember I was saying that brown was a good color? Look at how good that color looks on her. Now, I don't like this color down here. It's a little too light. But this, yeah. I need you, darling, to never have black hair again. We are team brown hair. You have to know what likes you, what really brings out your best features. This brown hair is taking it, okay? Now, I want to see for you a little bit more volume here. So whether we're going to have more hair out, swooped, we're missing a little here because I don't want to be staring here, okay? It feels like it's a little light. So let's get a little bit more filled in on this region. But I'm liking this side part for you. Linear, the brown is splendid. Do not ever go back to black, okay? All right, here's her again. No. Okay. Still great skin. We love the skincare girl. We see it coming through. But here, the black is just not it. You found your hair and then you went back. I don't know why we went back. We want to be brown. Okay. The black almost just brings more attention to your skin color instead of being harmonious. Okay. Then when it comes to makeup, we want to see a little bit more connectivity, number one, in the foundation coloring. This feels too light, okay? This is missing, this is missing, this is missing. We're missing like a clean overall color. Why do I say that? Because there are moments, and you can't fully see on TikTok because they do seem to put a little filter on there. But there are moments of like discoloration, which is very normal. We all have. I have as well. But we want to get that to be a little bit more even so that whatever color we put on top can actually shine and pop through for you, okay? You're somebody who's going to do really, really well with golden warm tones. Just want to see less of the black hair for sure, okay? Let me see if there's anything else I want to highlight for her before we get out of here. Brown. So we talked about hair. We talked about skin and makeup. Well, let's talk a little bit more about makeup. Okay. So let's talk a little bit more about makeup to wrap this up. What I would love to see from you is a real lip color. I'm noticing a lot of like soft mauve-y colors, but because you're in autumn, I would love to see a color like this color that we pulled out for you earlier. That looked so good. Okay, want to see like some of those burgundies. Think like some of those 90s fine, you know, women from the 90s, like some of those colors, warmer neo soul type of colors would look amazing on you, instead of like this color. Again, there's a lot of pulling tension here and there's not a lot of harmony. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. So now we've got hair that we talked about. For her, we want to see length. We want to see at least armpit length. We want to see color brown, warm brown, close to your skin color. It's going to be beautiful. We want to see shape. We love the side part. We love framing for you. And volume low. Okay, with style. We want to get away from like the sweetie pie moments and go to the style that you actually like. It'll actually suit you really well. More structured, right? More intentional, more polished. This is what you like. That's where you should be. Right now, you're not there. We do love this neckline for you, so continue to milk that. You have a great top half. Like, girl, kill it. And then for skin and makeup, skin looks great. Makeup, we want to see you in more of the neo soul colors. Think of a burgundy first. That would be amazing. And real makeup. Like, don't just go light. Don't just be afraid. Oh, I'm just going to do a little skincare, like whatever, or skin tint. No, put some makeup on and go bolder with that lip, honey. And my last note is for the brows. I notice that the brows can sometimes feel like really, really sparse. And brows are so important for our face. I want to see you really get that brow defined, okay? The girls are loving nano brows right now, you know, if that's where you want to go, or if you want to draw them on every day, that's fine too. But you need more of a brow to shape your face. You're going to find that it lifts your face instantly. Okay, splendid. In this hairstyle could be gorgeous on you as well. I would just go brown. Go brown, honey. Brown loves you. Okay, any questions on this before we get back to the rest of our regularly planned teachings, so to speak? Any other questions on this? Any questions on image audit? So that's going to be hair, style, skin/makeup. I would love to have done a body type, but she didn't send me in a body type photo that I could use. Okay. So anyone else who is going to submit photos, you have to submit the photos in the way that I request them, or I can't use it because I can't see it. If you're to the side and I need you front facing, you see that doesn't work, okay? Because I need to be able to see your body, and sometimes you're going to like block your blessings there. Like, just show me what I need to see, okay? Okay, beautiful, beautiful. All right, now, this again is a sample size of an image audit. When I do an image audit with clients one-on-one, it's 1 hour long. I do a style test with them. So meaning I'm going to do a style test and determine what their style is like. I'll be able to give people adjectives around their style, right? I'll be able to actually help you know, here are the things that you need to lean in on your style. Your style is sultry, it's glam with a bit of polished edge, right? And this is how we combine those four. And this is what that looks like. So I wasn't able to do that, obviously, because I'm doing a sample size for you guys today. Skin and makeup, we talked about. Hair, we definitely talked about. So I think that the quickest things that she can change literally tomorrow, hair and makeup. Okay, she didn't send in a body type photo that I could use, so I wasn't able to go into a deep dive of body type and what cuts and what type of silhouettes to wear, because I can't tell based on the photo that she sent. Okay, now I'm going to get back to our teaching. I want to go over any last questions, any last thoughts, and then I want to also talk about one of the genres a little bit. Okay, how's that sound? That sound good, y'all? Now, let's wrap up today by getting a little bit more in depth. I think that somebody asked a really, really great question about like talking about her style. So when we're talking about style, you just notice how I have body type, taste, and color. Okay. Now for our example, right? We were able to obviously talk about color. She's definitely a true autumn. Most definitely, because she looks better in softer, warmer, colors that really embrace her skin and like feel like foliage. Those colors look amazing. Okay, we weren't able to do taste because that's something I would do in a actual live image audit where I have a whole style test that I do with each and every client. I do not assume what your taste is. Even if you tell me, Carla, I like preppy, I like old money, I like edgy, that doesn't mean anything until we do a style test. Because most people don't really know what their style is. That's why people like me exist. I focus my whole week, my whole year, all my energy on helping people pull out the personal style they did not know they have and then making it a reality, okay? So that's something I would do on a live, I mean, not a live one, but like one with like a private image audit, and then body type. We weren't able to talk about because her photos didn't show the body type. So sometimes you guys, I will ask you, hey, submit your body type photos. And you guys will send photos like this. You guys are sending photos that's like, you know, that the kind of photos that you're used to posting on social media. No, when you're gonna find out what your body type is, you have to be a little vulnerable, okay? And I know that can be kind of hard, so I totally get it. But what I mean by that is like you need to just be like arms down. I'm standing like this is my truest form. This is what I look like. I'm not to the side. You're not getting half of me. I'm not like putting shadows up. It's just what is my body doing? What does my body do? Because if you don't know what is the true body type, and you're just kind of going based off of like turns and twists and like how we like try to milk it, then you can't dress the body type because it's not going to be the real one, right? It's like if you're like sucking it in and twisting and like what body type is that? I don't know. Okay, so if you are submitting body type photos, anyone who's done image audits with me one-on-one, you'll know I might say, hey, I need you to retake this photo. I just asked somebody 2 days ago. I need you to retake this photo. I need to see you. I know you're not used to taking photos where people can see your body in all of its form, but the only way I can help you feel hotter than you've ever been is for me to understand where we're starting from. I need to know if you're more bottom heavy, top heavy, midsection. I need to see that short torso. I need to see what's happening so I can say, ooh, this kind of cut of a dress, this kind of cut of a top is going to be amazing on you. XYZ, this is how we're going to make your midsection look more balanced. This is how we're going to make your legs look longer. I need to be able to see all of that. But the only way I can give you real advice is when you share real and vulnerable pictures, which can be weird. I get it. Which is why, again, a lot of people opt to do image audits privately. Okay? But if you want to be a volunteer, we're going to keep doing live image audits. If you want to be a volunteer, drop volunteer and your email in the orange bubble, okay? You see the orange bubble on the left-hand side? Drop your email, say volunteer, I want to volunteer. How's that? Alrighty. How is that? Yeah, if you want to volunteer, you want to click the orange bubble and drop your email there because I know you guys will kind of comment here, like, I want to volunteer. This goes away, babe. You know, like, this goes away when I'm done. When I'm done here, what I'll do is, if you press the orange bubble, I can go message you privately, right? If you just say in the chat, once this thing is over, I don't know who said anything in the chat. It just disappears. I don't see it anymore, okay? So that's why I always say drop it in the orange bubble. Drop it in the orange bubble. Okay, so let's talk about, okay, somebody's asked, what does it take to get to a 9? Okay, now, when you want to get to a 9, you want to make sure you're already at a 7 every day. Is that loud and clear? Before you say you want to get to a 9, you cannot be right here right now because you will stress yourself the hell out. I promise you, okay? If you want to get to a 9, make sure you're a living embodiment of a 7 already, meaning these 3 genres are amazing. Now, once you're done there and you're like, I want to look killer, that's when the work starts. That's when the work starts. Let's make a list. Okay, I've made the list before, but let's make the list. Not everybody was here. So I'll redraw this. So this is for people who are like, Carla, I want to look real good. Now, again, I love working with you guys one-on-one because I can ask you all specific questions. So like the person who's asking right now, how do I get to a 9? I would, if you were like in a private session with me, I'd be like, okay, well, let's look at your photos and let's make sure you're a 7. Okay, that's what I would say. But I'm going to assume that you are. Okay, I'm going to give you the game plan. Now, if we want to get to a 9, I'll put 9, 10. Okay, because they're practically the daggone same. This is the people who are committing to that life. You are about that life. Okay, now the easy, no-brainer stuff, the stuff that you already have down. Oh yeah, honey, you already got your hair down, and your hair stays done. Your hair's not just, you don't just have it down. You don't just know. Like right now, the person from the live image audit knows what her hairstyles are, right? Because I just gave her a full rundown of like what you need to do. Here's your sweet spot. Okay, I gave her length, color, volume, shape. Stay in this genre and play around. Okay, hair, the hair almost needs to be part of your personality. It's always done and it always looks amazing and it likes you back. Okay, that's hair, because hair is big. Have you ever like seen somebody and like you're almost distracted by how good their hair looks? That adds a lot. Okay, style. You've got to have great style where anytime you go out, somebody is stopping you, at least one person. Okay, and the thing about being a 9 and 10, you're gonna get a lot of stares, not as much people talking to you if you aren't friendly. If you're a 9 or a 10 and you're friendly already, oh my gosh, the world might be yours, honey. Okay, but a lot of times people who are 9s and 10s, they're like normal people. They aren't talking to strangers all the time. But because you're a 9 or a 10, people are already intimidated by you because you just look so perfect, and then now you're not talking. So if you're really friendly, you'll be drowning in compliments and free things all the time when you're a 9 or 10. If you are a little standoffish, like most people are generally, then yeah, you're gonna get a lot of stares and a few compliments. So you're still gonna get compliments daily, okay? But your style should be like drawing people to you, where people are like, oh my gosh, you always look so good. Even if they're not talking about your specific piece, you always look so put together. Oh my gosh, where are you getting this stuff from? Where do you buy this? They're trying to steal your sauce, okay? Because you look good and they can't put their finger on it and they want it, okay? Now, skin/makeup. Now let's talk about the maintenance. When you're a 7, you can really get away with like once a month things. Maybe you get a facial once a quarter. Maybe you've got like, you got your intro 4 to 5 step skincare. Like, it's very introductory. When you're over here, you've got to do 7, but now you've got to be a little extra. Yeah? Okay? Now, like I said, you already need to be doing all of these very well, but they're going to be better than everyone. Follow me, right? If up here at a 7, okay, your style needs to like you back. It needs to be colors that look good in your taste. Here, you've got to have great style. So we're talking Anne Hathaway. We're talking like you're put together. We're talking Hailey Bieber. Like, you look stylish versus like being put together well, okay? Hair, again, that's probably going to be something where you and your hairstylist are like becoming besties. Maybe like you go to her birthday party, like, because you guys are seeing each other a lot, okay? Or you've mastered how to do your hair very well. Like, you're the person that people go to do their hair. Like, these things require either more skill or more money, okay? Either more skill or more money. Because in this genre, you're going to be refining. I haven't even gotten to fitness. I haven't gotten to eating yet. I haven't gotten into treatments yet. You are going to be treating your image as a hobby, okay? This is a lifestyle. You don't have to do that at a 7. That's why I tell most people to start at a 7. Because if you're going from a 4, average, you barely do anything. You get a haircut twice a year. You're very, simple, not great, not horrible, just simple. And now you're like, I'm going to be a 9? Girl, this was supposed to be down here. You're not going to be that. But if you get to a 7 and now you just have to make some tweaks, you could attainably get there in like a year. Okay? Do you see where I'm going? You see where I'm going here? All right. So now we've got hair, style, skin/makeup. Now, From there, we've also got to make sure our teeth are epic. Teeth. Even if you already had braces, it's like you should be working on your teeth here because teeth is a big one. If your teeth are average, you can get to a 7. Okay? But when you want to go up here, almost like movie star good looks, as they would call it, we need the teeth to be maybe straight, even more straightened out. Maybe we need to get whitened. Maybe we're getting new teeth put in there. I don't know. Okay? But the teeth gotta be epic because you need to have a TV smile. Like we're working. We're moving here, honey. Okay? That's number 1. Then we have skincare treatments. I don't care if that's targeting under eyes. I don't care if that's targeting skin. I don't care what the heck it is. I don't care if it's sculpture. I don't care what it is. But you got skincare treatments already on the calendar. Okay? Because again, you're not just going for a level 7 of skin. You want to be damn near perfect. So that's going to require a little bit more work. Okay, let's keep going. Let's go to fitness. Okay. You are aiming to be top tier level of fitness now. Just getting up and moving your body, which is what I recommend to people in the 7, where the reason I say getting up and moving your body is I notice with clients that clients who move their bodies, even if all they do is walk and get their steps in every day, they seem to be more confident, even when their body's not perfect. Even when they're like, oh, I'm still not at my weight goal or whatever, because no one is ever at their weight goal. They're more confident. People who don't move their body at all are usually a little harder on themselves. They'll be like, oh, I don't want to show my arms. I don't want to show this. And they just don't feel as free. But to get to 9, no, your fitness gotta be top tier. Okay? Do you have a trainer? Who are you working out with? Maybe you are a trainer. Because this actually has to be legit. Fitness. Your eating is also tied into that. Because if you know anything about fitness, then you know that without the proper eating and diet, the fitness is a wash. Right? If you've got the top trainer in your freaking state working out with you 4 to 5 times a week, but all you do is go home and order Wingstop and Chick-fil-A, it's never going to happen for you. So now your eating is also needing to be regimented, right? Like where you have an eating meal diet plan, okay? Notice how I haven't said a specific weight, a specific size, but you are working to be the top of the top because that's what you're asking for, right? So like you can't just be somebody who does work out. You have to look like somebody who does work out, right? Like you have to look like somebody who does have something going on there. That's how you start to get over here. Yes? Okay, great. Now we've got that. What else do we want to include? Well, if we're trying to be at a 9, then there are more metrics of these things to do. Okay? Now, let's say we're talking about style. All right? I talked about how your style has to be great. So we're going to be top tier style, right? Do you have a stylist? Do you have a plan? How are you making that happen? Okay, so I'm going to have a personal shopper, right? Next up, for my ladies, I know you guys are thinking about filler, right? We're thinking about Botox. Some of my guys are thinking about that right now, right? There's a list of how am I going to get every part of my image even more and more perfect, okay? These are the girlies who have 85 supplements they're taking in the morning. Okay, you ever seen those girls? I know the girls. I know some of those girls personally. They have a supplement for everything. Okay, they have a supplement for their hair, for their skin, for their gut, because they're all connected. These things all go into fitness, eating, diet plans. All of these things is either high level skill or money. And I encourage anybody who wants to get here to do it. Absolutely. You just got to get to a 7 first and then love the process. Because this is a process and it's a commitment, right? But if it's one of those things where it's for the love of the game if you love it. but you won't love it if you start from a 4 to get to a 9. It's going to feel like you have another job. Unless that's your only job. Someone's paying you to take care of yourself, then I guess maybe this is the soft life, babes. I don't know, the soft life that people are talking about, right? So I encourage everyone to get to 7 first, then you can creep your way up. Imagine, think about you've secured these 3, and now you're slowly starting to add. Okay, I think I want to finally work on my teeth. Okay, bad. Okay, I think I want to finally start working out more, right? Pilates is great, but I want to get a trainer. Okay, great. Now I'm going to start adding this. Now you'll see yourself getting finer. And you'll start to say, oh my gosh, people have been telling me I'm looking amazing these days. I am getting hotter. That is so possible when you build. It's compounding. But I don't want you guys going from here to here. You will kill yourself. All right? You will kill yourself. All right. Great. Okay. Now, any questions from the team? Any questions from you guys? If you want to sign up for your own image audit privately, drop your email. Orange bubble on the left. Okay? Orange bubble on the left. If you would like to be a volunteer so that next week you would be getting like a mini image audit on live, drop your email as well and say that you want to be a volunteer. All right? I want to see more of you guys in the one-on-ones. The one-on-ones have been epic. And almost every Sunday, there's someone from the week before in the chat. And I'm so glad that you guys are able to get into this, especially before summer. Especially before summertime. Okay? I want you guys to be able to have a summer where you feel more confident than you've ever been before. Right? More aware of like, oh, I can look good, especially because a lot of you guys hide. Sometimes I'll say, oh, like, what's your Instagram? And I go on your Instagrams, guys, and the last picture is from 2023. You haven't taken a picture in 3 years? You haven't taken a picture that we feel great about in 3 years? Little things like this, okay? Especially because I know a lot of you guys, you know, they show me my analytics. Most of the people who watch are between like 25 and 45. Babes, you're still young and hot. Hello? Still young and hot, please. All right. Somebody said, can you share your body care routine? Your body skin looks amazing. Oh, yes. Oh, I love Saltaire. I love Saltaire. I use their body cream and the oil that has a little bit of that shimmer and it has SPF. It's amazing. I'm obsessed. So yes, that's what I use religiously. Yes, if you are someone who's going to be outside this summer, you want that. You want to be having that little bit of a glow all summer. But remember, these are what's going to move your needle first. Right here. If you are like Carla, I know I'm giving average. I'm giving like girl next door, and I want to be really tapping into my potential for my professional life or for my dating life and for myself to finally put myself first. I had a girl the other day who was like, Carla, I've been depressed for years. I'm finally coming out of my depression. I need to look good. I need to finally like do this for myself. Right. And so that's what I mean. We need to do these things for ourselves first. So these are the biggest things. And then we add the rest. Right. So like I already got 7. So I'm like, oh, I can do fun skincare treatments and I have a trainer and I have this, right? So now it's just about for the love of the game, right? But once you get to 7, you can actually breathe a little bit because you're like, I did it. Like I actually got myself to being attractive and hot and opening up more opportunities for myself. How many times have I had it where a client's career trajectory changes because we start working together? It's actually insane because most of the time your boss cannot tell you that. They can't tell you that, hey, if you were to like get a makeover, we would want to actually put you in front more often and have you represent the company more often. And that would require us to also give you a raise. But we can't tell you that. So we're just not going to say anything and we're going to look outside for someone to hire.